What's new with Chrome?
I would start the show.
MLA, the show.
16 minutes.
Here we
We
go.
sat here for fucking 16 minutes
Yeah,
and played
and
that stupid
it was
fucking
worth
game.
it because first of all, you beat Onnesis.
Onus.
You beat Onus, which is a huge
Fucking
deal.
Onus.
Nobody else could say that. I bet you nobody else.
Google Doodles. There it is.
Google Doodles.
Google Doodles. I got to figure out how to get back to Onus, though.
He always called you.
Dude.
No matter how many times you beat him. Onus.
That was a song that's made. An open world game
It was pretty good.
by Google, apparently.
Oh yeah. Well, it's gotten so advanced. I remember when the Google games were just that one that was the Halloween one with the cat where you just had to like jump over ghosts and things.
That's the one I showed you when our internet went out. Remember
Oh
Dinosaur.
Yeah. Oh, the dinosaur.
The
one.
T-Rex.
There was the dinosaur one too. Yeah.
But the T-Rex is the one. I think the Halloween version happens during October, dude. Which,
This
by
was
the
years
way,
ago, what I'm talking
I'm so
about.
happy this came up
Okay.
this week. Guess what's this week?
9/11.
No.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
but no.
Oh.
Friday the 13th. This Friday's the 13th. Now that's some spooky shit.
That's Friday the 13th.
No, it's not.
And then he comes with the machete.
No. No. I hate everything
And it's
about
Friday
this.
the 13th. It's spooky.
This Friday is Friday the 13th.
You know what I got to say to that?
What? Stop! I waited 16
And then he's
minutes
got
for
his,
this to be
and
the
then he's
intro to
got
our
his
show.
mask on.
That was the biggest waste of 16 I've
That's
ever had.
Jason. Biggest waste of 16. I've never seen 16 thrown away like that. Man, you got a whole 16 ahead of you. You know how many 16s you got ahead of you, man? You know what I'd give for that many 16s and you throw them away?
Yeah, exactly. And we're throwing them away.
Are you a fan of those movies? Are you going to watch them?
No. I just like Friday the 13th because it's spooky.
Friday the 13th, some of the best days of my life have been Friday the 13th.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's spooky.
I'm a spooky cat, baby.
There's supposed
I'm a
to be bad
spooky
luck.
guy.
You claim to have good luck.
I always
Satan.
have really good luck on Friday the 13th.
You are the devil.
You know, I don't know what
You're
it
a
is.
demon. You're a what are they called?
Cool ass
A s-
dude.
Skinwalker.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm talking about, Emily?
Yeah,
Is that the
skinwalkers.
right term?
Yeah, there's like skinwalkers and daywalkers. Skinwalkers like Native American thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like evil spirits that like take the form of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not me. No, that ain't
Could
me,
be.
dude. That ain't me.
Could be.
No way, dude. Not me.
Do I know who
Nice
would say
try.
that? Skinwalker.
Yeah, please.
Nah, I like Friday the 13th, especially fall Friday the 13th. Although this Friday the 13th, it's not going to be fall weather. It's going to be very
hot.
warm. But, like, dude, when you can nab an October Friday the 13th, I mean, there's nothing better.
Nothing better.
Nothing better.
Nope.
But this is September. Wake me up when. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, sure. No, I was listening.
Wake me up. That's what I was referencing. But I do like Friday the 13th. I do think they're spooky. I always think that, you ever like walk out to your car late at night on a Friday the 13th or something, like got to go outside and it's just dark all around you. You're like, just feeling a little bit murdery out here.
Oh, yeah.
I
If
might
you
want to step back inside.
If you got a garbage day on Friday the 13th, get those cans out early. Because if you got to pull them to the end of your driveway, you're in bad shape.
All right. You just brought another thought into my mind.
Okay.
You recently got a house. You live in a house now. You take care of a house.
Yep.
Do you have any gardens? Have you done any gardening?
Have I done it? I haven't really done any gardening, but I do have gardens.
You got flowers and shit? Is there upkeep to be done?
Yeah, but
They were existing flowers. They were there
Yeah.
when you moved in.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice gardens.
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. I had not. Well, I had I had a couple not nice gardens that I've had to remove and do stuff with. I've been making gardens. I've been building gardens from hand, from
Nice.
scratch. Nothing but me and the earth, and it sucks. I'm excited to garden and have gardens, but creating gardens, ass.
It's got to be tough.
I
man.
don't actually mind the digging of a garden, like you're building a garden bed per se. Topsoil or like mulch, whatever it is, that shit sucks.
Why? What do you mean?
Like I used to always see it when I was a child. Like people would get like deliveries,
Yeah.
large loads dumped in their driveway.
Yep.
You know, so somebody came by and dumped a large load in my driveway.
No kidding. You got a load dumped?
I got a large load
Wow.
dumped.
You're a real adult, man.
And I've been spreading that load,
Mm-hmm.
and it sucks. Backbreaking work. So I got a little over half of the load spread. I got 3/5 of the load spread
Okay.
yesterday. And then, I made 3 different gardens. I'm putting in 3 gardens. Front/side garden, and then 2 gardens in the back. The front/side garden is all one garden. It's very large. That's where the majority of the load is to be laid.
Yeah.
So I got most of that load laid yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I already got my plants and stuff, that are going there. So I decided, you know what? I had one tree that I was gonna lay this load. Let's get this tree planted. That sucked too, because it's like a fair size. I mean, it's not like a tree. It's like a 4-foot tree, and you really, I don't want my tree to die and or fall over. So I dug into the earth's crust to plant this tree.
Uh-huh.
Buckets would have been loving it.
Practically hitting mantle. Oh, shout out to
Yeah.
Buckethead. Buckethead.
Yeah,
was his-
Buckethead. Yeah. Yeah, I had lava oozing.
Yeah.
And, no, I'm excited to have gardens done, but it is a tremendous amount of work to install these gardens. So I didn't know if you had any garden installation experience, but it sounds like no. So, and our father, known botanist,
Jerry Canada.
helped me, do some of the planning and the, which flowers should go where and stuff like that. Under this tree, so it's a tree right down the corner, boom, garden, tree, nice little, its own area, tree. And he's like,
I'm just gonna be a person at like the side of a
now
concert.
that you have, he's like, when you plant the tree, what I would suggest is to put like some stuff under the tree, on the ground to like fill, because there's nothing under the tree. It's a tree. It's got bark. So, guess what he suggested I plant under the tree?
Tulips.
No, those little green fuckers that he used to trim and make us clean up. And I'm like, dude, I am not planting these green fuckers.
Those bushes.
He's like, these bushes would look immaculate under this tree.
Yeah, I bet they would.
I'm like, I am not. He's like, these bushes? Like, I used to have some of these at Old House. I got some in the new house. I'm like, do I know those bushes? And they're little baby cute little right now. He's like, they grow quite a bit. Like, they'll take up that whole space underneath. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
those bushes ain't coming anywhere near my property. If I see those bushes on my property, I'm not asking questions. I'm spraying.
Do you know what they're called at all? So I can pull up a picture.
I do. I did. He told me.
Yeah.
Just look up little green bushes.
Little green bushes.
Little green bushes. Yeah, 15 small evergreens and shrubs.
Yeah, so they're like that, basically. Or
They're like that.
Oh, they're like this. This is exactly
Yeah,
what they are.
yeah.
Sorry, that picture is so small. Fuck, get the fuck out of here. Accept your own cookie.
Yeah, scroll. Scroll.
I've scrolled, man.
That's as far as you can scroll.
Why do you want me to keep
There you go.
going?
There you go.
Let's
And I
keep
want to look
going.
at the names of the bushes. No, it's not Korean. It's not boxwood. No, keep going. Keep
Some
going.
shit
Keep
like
going.
that, though.
Wait. You're going too fast. Scroll up to the top again.
Oh my god, man.
What was the first one called? A balsa fern? That's what it looks like.
Yes, they look like
But
that.
the picture of the balsa fern looks better. Like,
Okay,
that's
but they look like that.
and
though.
you trim them. Those look like shit. Whoever's garden
That's
is.
true. That's not well kept.
Yeah.
But they are the worst bushes in
And
the
then
world.
you got to pick up the trimmings. There's trimmings just everywhere, and you can't rake them.
Can't rake them.
Because of the topsoil, you can't. You have to individually pick up one by one, And you got bees and sun and
All the worst things. Those are on my list of least
starting
favorite
to think
things.
I shouldn't have built all these gardens. No, I'm excited to garden. But
Those are the
he's
worst.
like, you really should think about getting some balsa ferns
Not a
for under there. He
fucking
had a
chance.
different name for them.
uh-huh.
I'm like, dude, those things are not touching my lawn, my
No,
property,
those
my
were the worst
topsoil.
when we would have to. I remember the days hearing the trimmer go off in the morning, like before getting out of bed, and be like, no, it can't
Fuck,
be.
dude, I
We
gotta
just
grab
did this. It
trimmings
can't
today. Yeah,
And
that
then go
orange
out.
fucking trimmer,
be. Yeah, that weird.
plug-in trimmer,
That was the worst.
ancient trimmer.
Yeah, those are my least favorites as well. And
But
then-
I would like the
prickly.
problem is like, I would like a bush to shape.
I would like a bush to
You know
shape.
what I'm saying? It seems
Well,
fun to be able to
fucking
shape a bush.
Do that in your private time. You ever see Edward Scissorhands? That's like what he does. He
Shape bushes?
topography. That's what they call it.
I'd like to, but I don't want like a crazy shape. But I want people to walk by and be like, dude, look how square that bush is, or look how round that bush is. You know what I mean?
Or look
Whatever.
how triangle that
Yeah.
bush is.
Nah, I
Look
don't
how
want a triangle
rhombus
bush.
that bush is. What if you could do a hexagon though? Look at how hexagon that bush is. That's
I
pretty
want
cool.
people to walk
6
by and be
sides?
like, wow, that bush is well shaped. Like there's a guy that lives down the street from me, Andy, and he's got a row of hedges. They're not even bushes; they're hedges. We'll call them. They're about probably like 4 to 5 feet high, and he has them shaped very nice. They're like rounded squares.
Oh yeah, people come from all over to see this
rounded
guy's
squares.
bush.
Here's
all
the problem.
the neighborhood kids
He did a
go look at this old man's
no,
bush.
No. He did it at some point in time. Somebody, whether it was him or the previous owner, I don't know the guy that lives there. I'm talking down on him right now, but maybe it's not his fault. They didn't shape the bushes, so the problem is that the bushes are well shaped, but they at one point in time got too large. So when you shaped them, they take up like half the sidewalk now. So when you're walking down the street, you're like, or when you're walking down the sidewalk, you're like bushes, like barely even one person wide can fit down the sidewalk.
That ain't
Because at
right.
the bottom, there's no, they're in the garden, but then they.
Yeah, of course. That ain't right. You got to have better bush management
I
than
should
that.
I should call the city on him.
Something like that. Then you'd be real. Yeah,
That would be sick, dude. I gotta call
dude,
the
I
city
can't
on
wait
somebody.
to call. When I grow up, dude,
I'm
I
call-
remember being a little kid, 5, 6 years old, staring out the window at the full moon, thinking, "Damn, when I grow up, I'm gonna call the city.
gotta call
I'm
the
gonna
city
put
on
in so many
somebody."
ordinances."
Yeah, when's the last time you put in an ordinance? Hey,
Dude,
I gotta have the zoning board come out and look at this.
Oh
I don't
my
believe.
God! If
yeah.
I can get in front of those, pull this guy in front of the zoning board. Are you kidding me?
dude, I would love to.
Jesus
I would
Christ.
love to.
Ugh.
They
Can you
don't want
imagine?
me. They don't
No,
want
they're not
me
even
in
ready.
front of the zoning board.
No, because he knows he's done. It's game over as soon as you get in front of that zoning board. That's
you
it.
do?
That's the end of the deal. Back to school is right here, folks. All right, and that means people's schedules are getting a whole lot busier. All right, kids got to be running around doing this, doing that. Okay, folks don't have the regular time to kick back like they do in the summer. All right, but the good news is you can still make things a little easier on yourself when you use Instacart. Because with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. If that's not good enough for you, listen to this. The best part is that right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description, make the smart choice, and start using Instacart today. If you want to do some supporting for us, some supporting over this way, you can check out the Patreon page. That's Snackspot, or it's patreon.com/Snackspot. We've got a lot of great episodes of the Captions On podcast on there where we were going through all the Disney Channel originals. We had the short-lived Bad Directions podcast, which is a sight to see. But the good news is, the best part to support us, it's only $3 a month, baby. So go ahead, subscribe to that Patreon. Link is going to be in the episode description. That's patreon.com/Snackspot. Folks, if you want to do something else to support the show, you can actually do something that is nice for you, nice for yourself. Check out all of the great merch that we have got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Hoodies, t-shirts, bucket hats, mugs, slides, fanny packs, notebooks, water bottles, notebooks, I already said that, but they're so great, okay? Stuff not just for the show, but also for Quested and Schemin' and Dreamin'. So be sure to hit the link in this episode description or go check it out for yourself at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin', you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, podcast advertising has been shown to be 19% effective. I've said that many times. Forbes has reported that. There's a few reasons for that. I think the host-read ads is the biggest one, but whatever the case, you can see its effectiveness in the way that the market has fluctuated with companies like McDonald's and State Farm and NASCAR doing advertisements on podcasts. It's kind of crazy that, you know, companies of that size with ad budgets like that, you know, that they're doing spots on the Super Bowl and things are moving into podcasting. And it's really cool to see them move away from your more traditional advertising, TV or newspapers or, you know, bus ads. I don't know whatever people do. But the problem is there still hasn't really been any room, any area for smaller or even local businesses to get in on the action of podcast advertising, to see why these larger companies are making the move. But that's what we are here for. That's what we're all about. So if you're interested in advertising on any of these shows, again, reach out to us. Hit us up at snackspotsports@gmail.com. Have you started reading the 7th Harry Potter?
Yes. I am. This is a great question.
Thanks.
No, I'm excited to talk about it. I am. What chapter did I leave off on last night?
So there's a reason I'm bringing it up.
The chapter that I read yesterday. Where did we leave off? So they've already fled the wedding, and then they're at 3 Grimwald Place, and then, what the fuck is his name?
Harry Potter?
No.
Lupin?
Lupin.
Oh, you're at that part.
Lupin shows up, and then
Fuck.
Harry goes off on Lupin, like, what the fuck? And then Creature shows back up,
With
apparates with
Mundungus, right?
Mundungus. And Mundungus says that he could barely give the... it sounds like, the chapter I left on, it sounds like Dolores Umbridge might have been the person who...
bought the locket?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But I don't... they haven't said Dolores Umbridge's name, but when she explains it and Harry looks at the back of his hand... context clues are going to tell me that Dolores Umbridge has the locket.
Inferencing. That's the name of the
Yeah.
game, folks. Shout out to Mr.
that's
Lee,
where I
4th
am.
grade. Taught me about inferencing with the book
Yeah.
Bud Not Buddy. You ever read
When
that?
you had Mr. Lee... Time out from the Harry Potter talk. Did he have the treehouse?
Yeah, I was the last, not for the whole year, but I was the last class to have the treehouse because, like, midway through the year or whatever, they redid all the floors and they took out, like, asbestos in the ceiling or whatever, so they had to redo a bunch of the classrooms. So they had to take it down, and, of course, he never put it back up. So the year before me was the last year with the iguana, and it started getting too frisky. It, like, hit a couple kids with its tail and stuff the year before.
Soft.
So they got rid of it. So I walk in first day of 4th grade, immediately no iguana, and then that whole year just got worse for me. That was bad. That was a bad time for little Andrew.
Tough year.
Canada. Yeah, really bad. But the reason I'm bringing up Harry Potter though is this.
I want to talk about 4th grade.
No,
I want to get into details.
absolutely
brother.
not. The reason that I brought up, Bud Not Buddy is a great book though. I highly recommend it. We read that in class. We also read that year Hatchet. You remember Hatchet by Gary Paulson?
No, what's it about? I don't remember Bud Not Buddy either. I'm sure.
Dude,
I
if
read
you
them. I
never
think we all
read
did.
Hatchet,
No, dude,
you did
wanna
not
know
even go to
why?
school in
Dude, because
America.
Dude, everybody had beef with my 4th grade teacher because she would go like off curriculum. She'd be like, "No, we're not reading the books that everybody else." She would start reading 5th grade books.
She had the
too.
red hair or the curly hair.
Yeah, very curly.
She was the one.
I
who,
liked her. She's a great teacher.
She was the one who the year before me, because we've. This is not going to make any sense, I don't think, to anybody listening. We've talked about it before, but History Come Alive, 5th grade, you get to do this big history project where you dress up as a historical figure and give this whole presentation, and it's so fun. It's awesome. When you're a kid, you like going to that school, you would see all the 5th graders doing that project. So that's like something you're really waiting for throughout your whole elementary school career. The year before I got into 5th grade, she was the only one who let her students do historical figures who were also pop culture figures, like Marilyn Monroe, Bobby Orr, shit like that.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
No, I'm talking about a 4th grade teacher, so we're talking about different people.
Oh, yeah, I guess we are.
Yeah.
Damn. But anyway, Hatchet, great book. The reason I'm bringing up Harry Potter is this, Matthew. Do you know about the new show that they're doing?
No.
They're doing a TV show.
I think it came across my eyes.
It's
but
been,
yeah.
I mean, it's been in the works for a long time. They've been talking about it for a long time. So HBO is doing a Harry Potter TV show that I think like each season is going to be one book. Now, recently, the big news is they just put out an open casting call. You know what that is?
Yeah, like anybody can
So it's like
show up.
anybody can show up and like do the thing. So, what do you got, man? Who do you think you could play in the Harry Potter world? Who would you audition for? And would you like to give us a little taste right now? This is a hard question.
I don't know that I could play anybody in Harry Potter.
I kind of thought the same thing. You know who I would love to play, actually?
Who?
Professor Quirrell. I think I could fucking nail Professor Quirrell.
I think I could do...
But who I'd really want to play is Sirius Black, obviously.
I was gonna say Sirius Black would be cool. I could probably do, like I could be a Quidditch extra. Like I'd be a really good looking Quidditch extra. You know
You
what
could
I mean?
be Wood. You could be
Yeah,
Oliver Wood.
dude, I could be.
You
Oliver
could absolutely
Wood.
be Wood.
Because you want to know who I was thinking of, but I didn't want to say it because I don't like him. Is the keeper that fills in for Ron when Ron.
Oh yeah, his
sick.
name's like Cormac or some shit.
And he has a crush on Hermione, and Hermione does the
Yeah, that's
charm on him to get Ron to make the team. Yeah.
Will you give us a little? I'm gonna look up some
Oliver Wood.
Oliver Wood dialogue here. It's tough to find.
Harry, come with me. Like when he, or when. Oh, I gotcha.
Here, there's that right
I
there
gotcha.
that's in the quotes if you want. Okay, go ahead. Man,
So
here,
this-
hold on. You got to
Yeah.
slate. So you got to give your name.
No,
You got to do it. Look in
I'm
the
just
camera.
gonna give you a little bit of Oliver Wood.
Come on, just a little. Look in the camera. Say your name.
This right here, Harry. This is a bludger. Nasty buggers they are.
Not bad. Not bad. Now do it for real.
It sounded good in my head.
I think it could have been way worse.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that one. Do
I
you
could
want
play Cedric Diggory.
Cedric is tough, man. Cedric, because
I'm down to get murked. I'm down to get killed by the Dark Lord. Spoiler alert.
Let's see.
Anyway, back to the show.
No, this is what I'm
so
talking
the show
about.
is gonna each season is gonna be a book. So the show is gonna
believe
be
so.
kind of like the movies, but
Yeah.
hopefully in more detail.
Yeah, because they're gonna be 8 to 10 episodes, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I like that. Question for you:
Yeah,
do you think they're gonna split the last book into 2 seasons like they did the movies?
I hope not.
I've been trying to think about what I'm gonna do because I've been watching the movies after I read the books, but like the book 2, is there a split in the book where is there a part 2? So
No.
it's just so how
There's
do I know when to
yeah.
how do I know when to watch the movies?
Oh, I would just watch those as one movie.
What do I look like, Mr. Time Guy? Those are long movies.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but that's
Mr. Free
that's
Time?
what I would recommend. You got to do something like that.
But
But I hope they don't do the 7th book as 2 seasons because it's not the longest book in the series.
yeah,
So
Half-Blood Princess, right?
no, the one
No, that's
before
not what I
Order of
meant.
the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Order of the Phoenix is like 850 pages.
No, it's like yeah,
It's
850,
super
right.
long.
Yeah, it's a long book. Yeah, the last book's only like 770.
Yeah, it's good though. Have you cried at all yet reading it?
No, and I'm not going to.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Even when you know what happens.
Yeah.
Even when that one thing happens, you're not gonna cry.
No.
Can I just say it?
No. Because I don't know what part you're referring to. I mean, I know there's a lot of parts, but
Yeah, but you know
all right, what part?
the part. This isn't gonna. I really don't want to. I mean, you remember the movies well, right?
Maybe not. If there's something that's gonna make me cry, maybe not as well.
All right,
as
maybe I
think
won't
do.
say it, but if you don't cry at that part, I don't know. Hit yourself in the balls or
I
something.
didn't cry
is
when
what you do.
Dumbledore dies.
Yeah, nobody fucking cried when Dumbledore dies. It's I mean, it's not really shocking, but it's like, whoa, Dumbledore's dead. But it's like, whatever.
At what other point in the books would you cry?
In the 7th book, there's a part. Emily, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Emily. Everybody listening who's read the books
When
knows
Dobby dies?
When Dobby dies. When Dobby dies.
We've talked about you crying. I'm not gonna cry.
You're not gonna cry?
No, I like to read,
It's so
and I like get
beautifully
into the book.
written,
I don't. I've liked reading the books, and like I get into it when I'm reading. The books don't spark that much emotion in me.
You're gonna cry.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
All right. A
But
gentleman's wager.
But don't try not
A
to
meal.
cry. But don't try not to cry.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
No, a meal. A gentleman's wager for a meal
And there it is.
and a tip of the cap.
Shake on it. An unbreakable vow. There it is.
Okay. Your dad. You didn't buy me my lunch. Your dad.
I'll get you a Jersey Mike's.
Hot dog bowl.
Hot dog bowl. I want a hot dog. It's a big old bowl. Bunch of
Do
cut
you
up
have any hot dogs
in it.
today? Well, not exactly.
Damn, I was on a hot dog run for a minute.
Dude, I could use a glizz.
I could eat. God damn it, I could eat so many hot dogs. Let's see what else we got going
I'm in the
on.
mood for a ballpark Frank.
Ballpark Frank, they hit, man. They hit. People should never shit on those because they're not bad. It's classic. It's just very specific
Maybe I'll have a
taste.
dog and a burger for dinner tonight.
Yeah. A
And
split.
A salad. No, that's not what a split is.
Yeah, I know, but I'm calling it a split. That's a big man split.
A split is
I know.
half fry, half onion ring.
Yeah, I know. But I'm doing a big man split.
I love Ted's.
Yeah, I could hit some Teds right now.
What do you got?
James Earl Jones died.
Don't know who that is.
He was the voice of Darth Vader. He's the guy.
Rick James, bitch.
Nope, that's
Oh.
Rick. That's Rick James,
Okay.
bitch. This is James Earl Jones.
Gotcha.
Two different black guys. He was
I
the
didn't-
voice
I
of
couldn't
Darth
even tell you
Vader.
they were black. The voice of Darth Vader was black?
Yeah, man.
Never knew that.
He was the voice of Darth
That's
Vader.
a color. That's breaking a color barrier right there.
I mean, the guy nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a true hero. Voice of Mufasa from The Lion King.
What's
Also black. I
what's
mean, he was an
Mufasa
African
say?
lion. You know, I'm Mufasa. Everything the light touches. Everything the light touches.
He's
from
the
the Lion
monkey
King.
with the
No,
face
that's
Rafiki.
yeah, that's
Thinking
Rafiki,
Raf-
dude.
Who's Mufasa?
Mufasa's Simba's dad who dies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was the guy. He was in the Sandlot. He's the guy. He's the owner of the Beast, the blind guy.
Really?
Yeah.
That was Boys with Babe Ruth?
Yeah.
The
That was
former
him.
ball player. He
The
played pro ball.
The former ball player himself. That was James Earl Jones.
Wow.
He passed away. And
R.I.P.
all I could think was Disney probably made him record like every word in the English dictionary before he went, because they've got so much. I mean, they're still pumping out Star Wars stuff like crazy, right? So they're gonna have to use Darth
I don't
Vader's
think
voice
they need his voice. I think there's enough technology now where they can just make it. I'm telling you.
with AI, probably. But I bet you they still did that because it's Disney, man. They're minding their P's and Q's. And he probably got paid a shit ton of money for that, but it's also a little sad.
Do you think that we're going down a rabbit hole I don't want to go down?
Okay, well, hop on out.
Okay, never mind then.
But R.I.P. James Earl Jones, good
R.I.P..
actor, very good actor. University of Michigan alumni. So that's just another fun fact I learned about him since his
How
passing.
is how's your household doing with the whole fact that U of M sucks at football again?
Not great. There's been a shadow. There's been a shadow
I was
hanging
gonna
over
send
the
a
house
text
for
on
sure.
Saturday, but I didn't.
Save it. It's all right. Oh, speaking of crying, at art,
Never have, never will.
you've never cried
At art?
at like a movie. I'm talking about like books and shit. That's art.
Maybe
too.
like when I thought Letty died in Fast and Furious.
Who the fuck is Letty? Is
Dude,
that
Don Toretto's
Rodriguez?
honey.
Is that Rodriguez's character? Michelle Rodriguez?
Is that who dates Dom Toretto?
I don't know, dude. She's like that like
Yeah.
Hispanic chick who's like,
Very, very raspy voice. Like,
yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
fucking-
god.
I gotta get some air.
She is hot. She's smoking.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
I actually
Michelle
think
Rodriguez.
You
is
want to know who
very
the only
attractive.
attractive woman in the Fast and Furious movies is? Like main character, or not main character, but like part of the crew.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
This is actually not true. There's two
Okay.
answers to this. But it's Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot's won one of
I mean,
any.
you know what? She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. But she's not for me. Just
Like-
not my type.
Wonder Woman 264. What's that movie called?
1984.
Great movie. Want to know why? Gal Gadot.
She's. I hate talking about her because I have nothing nice to say about her. So
Great in the Fast and
I'll
Furious
leave it
movies.
at that. There's no way that's true.
It is true.
Then
It is.
Then those must be some very well written flicks, because she can't act for crap. She's a heck
And then
of
Don
a
Toretto's sister, who's
person.
married to Paul Walker. I think her name's Mia. I don't know who she is as an actor, but she's cute
okay.
woman.
Well, thank God we've got all that up. But you've never cried at a movie before. Toy Story 3, Coco.
Not a chance.
You didn't cry at Coco.
Right, a movie, dude. I if I've ever teared up at a movie, it was a sports movie. That's probably it.
But you never shed tears.
I don't think
You
a
just
movie-
tear up.
Maybe like as a child, if I was scared, does that count?
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
like emotional.
I don't think so.
Like you tear up when you've watched Miracle, but not
I don't
full
think
crying.
I don't think. I get goosebumps when I watch that movie to this day,
Yeah.
but there's no tears.
I remember the first
Maybe
movie
like
I
don't know. But they say if you watch movies at altitude, like when you watch movies on airplanes, you
yeah,
cry
it
a
makes
lot
you
more.
more emotional.
And I have a very strict regimen of like what movies I'm willing to watch on airplanes. Miracle is one of them, and I still does make
No
me cry.
kidding.
But I'll be sitting next to, there'll be a person sitting next to me. I'll be like, every hair on my body sticking straight up, and I'm like, oh, USA, USA, USA.
But you never cried at a movie.
Not that I can think of.
Wow. One day you will, and I think you'll be like, "This
I don't
is
think
crazy."
I will.
You don't think it, Matthew? You of course it's something. Something is going to happen, and you're going to cry at a movie. I remember the first movie I ever cried at. You want to wager a guess at all what it is? I mean,
Green Mile.
No, not the Green Mile. I could have cried. I could cry at the Green Mile, but that's not the first movie I ever. The first movie I ever cried at was a movie called MVP, which in this case stood for Most Valuable Primate.
I'm familiar.
Of course, it was a great flick. It was on the back end of the Air Bud era. About that,
Was it? Did we rent this from Blockbuster, perchance?
We must have. You know, this is in that time period where like animal sports movies are so hot. Like this, they are becoming a genre of their own. And this particular one happened to be about a monkey who was raised at like a lab facility or something, so he could speak like sign language and stuff like that. And then they were going to ship him to like a different lab or something, but he gets lost, or the crate that he's in falls off a truck or something.
I think that's exact. I think his crate falls off a truck.
Probably. And he ends up playing hockey with this deaf girl who they can understand each other because he speaks sign language. And then he, becomes like the all-star of this hockey team. And there's the part where, because, this monkey, he's lived in captivity his whole life. He's very close to like the researchers at his facility. So then he's getting sent off to like this new place, and he thinks he's going to be showing up to like a new lab or whatever, new nature preserve. And crate falls off the truck. He gets out of the crate, and he's just alone in the middle of this dark street. And there's this part where he's just walking down the road, and he's so lost. And like there's like houses. It's like a residential street. There's like houses on either side, and like the porch lights are like going off as he's walking down, and he's lost. He's never been on his own before in his entire life. And I just sobbed crying, and I ran into the other room where our mom was, and she's like, Andrew, why are you crying? I'm like, the monkey doesn't have a home. And that's the first time I ever cried at a movie. Because the monkey didn't have a home. And that's sad as fuck.
What's a monkey without a home? What's a home without a monkey?
What's a home without a monkey? Amen.
Yeah, and anybody that doesn't know what MVP is, irrelevant. They probably shouldn't be listening to the show.
Yeah, probably not.
I heard a story the other day from somebody I know that when they were younger, they were at Blockbuster, like with their family, and the family just left and forgot to put them in the car because they were like exploring movies, and got home and was like, shit, where's our other child?
I can relate.
Still in Blockbuster. And like my thought was like, knowing who it was, I'm like, and I would say the same probably about you, is like, if you didn't ever tell them this story as an adult, they probably didn't even realize that you left them in that Blockbuster. Like, they were probably like just looking at movies.
Yeah. Should I rent Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah. Maybe even accidentally stumbled into the porn section they used to have at Blockbuster. Which,
Blockbuster never had a porn section.
dude. Oh, it was
Family Video. Yeah, because they were. Dude, I knew some people who worked at Family Video, and
I think we've had this discussion before.
I'm sure we have, but people would come in. Somebody told me this one story. There was this guy who would come in all the time, and he'd be like, "Do you have any toilet stuff?" And he'd be like, "What?" And he's like, "Stuff with toilets?" I'm like, I don't know what's back there. I don't know. And then there was another guy who would rent, like 6 porn movies at a time, and he would return them in like plastic grocery bag, and they would be wet, like with water. Hopefully, they were just soggy
DVDs.
DVDs.
Sanitizing them, because this was my next
That's a
question.
good question.
Was,
but what is he doing with the cases of the discs, though?
I mean, you want my honest guess?
Yeah,
He probably pops it in the DVD player.
I bet you.
Sets the case down, sits back in his recliner because he's a lonely old man,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes
It gets on there.
might accidentally go. So this is my next question. This is
I
a
think-
disgusting conversation. No, I'm not done.
Okay.
This is a disgusting conversation, but I got to finish my thoughts so I can move on.
I want to tell you my theory.
When you return, okay, let's say us as children go in there and rent Ghostbusters,
Mm-hmm.
and we put that in the return bin. Do you think they're like spraying it or wiping it down at all, or is it going right back on the shelf?
I doubt there's any kind of I mean, yeah, I don't think there's any sanitizing. I think if there's like, if it's noticeably sticky, they'd be like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Wipe it down a little bit." Like, what is this, applesauce? If you're lucky. But
What about that section of the store? Are they sanitizing?
bro, this was not even that many years ago. So if you were still going into a store to buy DVDs of pornography, to rent DVDs of pornography, okay, that was such a strong. I didn't know you felt so passionately about that subject. I apologize.
I mean, hey, listen.
These aren't full-time perverts. They're momentary
I gotta
perverts.
give these guys
momentary perverts.
the
name of
benefit
the show.
doubt.
Name
They're
of the
not
episode.
purchasing it to keep.
Yeah.
They're simply renting.
Well, they've got such an insatiable appetite for pornography that they can't. Now, here's my theory about what the guy's doing with the cases. Clamping one case on each nipple and one on his testicles. That's what I think. Because you remember how those DVD
I
cases
hate
would fucking
everything-
shut and the
everything
clamps on the
about
side
that
would really.
theory.
I think that's what I think. What else? What else would you do it for except for it's? You can't. You're not going to have sex with the case itself. I hope not. That'd be really painful. I think, not in the way that this guy seems to enjoy by clamping them on his nipples.
Well,
He's got a fucking
I'm gonna
Field of
I already
Dreams Blu-ray right
I already
here, dude.
regret continuing us down this rabbit hole, but when you get like a rented DVD case, it's got like the plastic sleeve on the outside.
Yeah, but that's not. You can't fuck the plastic sleeve. You can't fuck the plastic sleeve.
Guy might have been banging the plastic sleeve.
Oh, no way. No way. I think the nipple theory is more
I
possible
don't like
than
either
the.
theory. I'd like to not talk about this at all.
Okay, man. We don't have to. Let's see what else is going on. We can do the Who Would Win of the Week too, probably.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
I got one more thing, but I can save it, I guess, till post Who Would Win.
No, yeah, save it for post food one of the week.
Okay. We'll finish up on that. Hold on. Let me remember what it is. I've been doing pretty good on remembering what they are, by the way. I haven't had to think about it in a long time. Now, is the point of me continuing the sentence only stalling while I try to remember who it is? Yes. And is it helping me remember who it is? Not quite. So, hold on. Let me think.
Think Spuds.
Wait. Yes.
Think
I know.
Spuds.
Okay, so I got that one, and then okay. Here we go. The Who Win of the Week this week.
Can we cut that whole fucking thing? That
No
we
way.
just
Keep
witnessed,
it in.
Emily?
Keep it in. The
That was
people.
like,
it's what the people want to see. It's what
no,
the people
it's
want to see.
not.
Yeah, it is. People, they like to see it work. They like to see it work.
All right, here we go.
The Who Win of the Week this week is Mr. Potato Head versus Mr. Peanut. Two men at the top of their fields, whatever that may be. That could have been like a gardening
Yeah.
vegetable joke, but whatever.
I have two theories. Well, there's a few things I want to say. In this realm, is Mr. Potato Head a plastic potato or is he an actual potato?
He's plastic. He's
Okay.
plastic.
So that kind of knocks out
like a
one
toy.
of the questions. So in terms of, and Mr. Peanut is a real peanut shell, but he's larger. He's not the
Yeah, he's
size
big.
of a small peanut.
Yeah.
So I imagine them relatively the same size.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively the same build. Like Mr. Potato Head might be a little rounder as whole. Mr. Peanut kind of is, a little bit more.
Oh, he's curvy.
Yeah,
he's got
curvy.
that.
But like their limbs are straggly little limbs made of we don't know what in
Yeah.
a sense, right? I don't think that. So Mr. Potato Head's plastic shell might be a little bit harder than like an actual peanut shell, but a peanut shell has a little bit more give. It's got all those fibers that are woven together, so if it crunches, it doesn't just break open. Whereas, excuse me, oh, this is not good. Whereas Mr. Potato Head, if
You crack that plastic. Bless you.
I got nothing, I got the hiccups in the middle of Who Win the Week. What am I
That's
supposed
okay.
to do?
That's okay. I think you set a great groundwork there. I'll take it off your hands for a little bit. The limb thing is interesting because Mr. Peanut does have like real legs, whereas Mr. Potato Head is just feet.
Can you look up an image?
Yeah, let me pull up Mr. Peanut.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But that's what kind of makes him the same height, because Mr. Potato Head is a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but like Mr. Potato Head, I mean, when you see him in Toy Story, right? Like the way he walks is kind of a waddle, though. Like he's got to kind of shift his
but he
weight
can
to move
move.
himself forward, whereas Mr. Peanut can truly just like
Yeah.
bam, bam, you know. Now, really, when we're looking at Mr. Potato Head versus Mr. Peanut, what is this but a battle of class, right? You have Mr. Peanut. He's got his top hat, his monocle, his cane. He's a fresh. He's clean. He's an upper crust kind of societal type man. Whereas Mr. Potato Head, he's working class, baby. He's getting his hands dirty. He's getting them in the dirt. He's doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
But he likes luxury things.
He does like luxury things. You're right about that. He wants what Mr. Peanut's got, and that might drive him in this fight.
He's very angry.
He's very angry.
So there's
Got his angry
there's
eyes.
two, and you just teed me up perfectly, Andy. There's two things that I think set Mr. Peanut and Mr. Potato Head aside. To your point, Mr. Peanut, very distinguished gentleman,
Truly.
monocle
Respected.
and all.
Respected whenever he
No,
walks
he
in the room.
doesn't have a monocle. That's a Mandela effect thing, I think.
No, he does. I'll look it
Are
up.
you
to
sure?
make
Oh, it's the Monopoly guy.
Yeah,
that-
Monopoly
okay,
doesn't
okay,
have
okay.
a-
Yeah, Mr. Peanut has one. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
that's-
for sure.
That's monocle as hell.
All right, here's the thing. Mr. Peanut, very distinguished gentleman, very professional, very classy, as you said. I'm looking for a word. Polite might even be the right. Baby Mr. Peanut, very cute. Mr. Potato Head gets very angry. He's got a temper on him. He's a violent side to him. And here's the thing. I think Mr. Peanut would have a harder time cracking Mr. Potato Head's shell just based off like strength and ability to penetrate the plastic. And you can pretty much dismember Mr. Potato Head and he's totally fine. Like he pops off his back and shoves his extra shoes and stuff in there by himself.
And when he when like his arms come off and stuff, he like they still move
Yeah.
to his will.
I didn't even think about
So
that.
that's huge,
dude.
which could really, really lull Mr. Peanut into a sense of, false confidence, which I think he's honestly going to have kind of going into this fight regardless.
Yeah, I don't know that he'll necessarily have I don't think he's an arrogant, classy man. Like I think he'll know
Yeah.
like I might lose this, but I think he'll he'll lose with dignity. Like, he'll keep his head held high. He's not going to get dirty, whereas Mr. Potato Head will get scummy and do something like, oh, my God, you took my arm off, and then let his arm claw around the back and then, like, strangle Mr. Peanut, punch him in the nads kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Punch Mr. Peanut in the peanuts. Look at his calves, though. Mr. Peanut keeps in shape.
He's a little, he's got more
He's not
muscular
bad.
like limbs than I thought.
Yeah, he's leaner than I thought.
But I just, he looks slick. Like, he's a slick looking guy, but I think he loses this fight personally.
You know, it's so tough. Because I do think if
The
Mr.
fact that
Potato
his
Head,
arms move when they're not on his body, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, even like this, like, his extra set of eyes, too. He can throw an extra set of eyes in the corner. And then while Mr. Peanuts, like, thinks he's winning, be able to see what he's doing. And, like, right when he's about to come back and throw a punch, have a limb that he detached, come up, grab the fist, snap the wrist. It's done. Grab the fist, snap the wrist.
grab the
baby.
fist, snap the wrist. That's what we've always said
Grab
here.
the fist, snap the wrist.
Yeah, that's... I don't know if I can come up with a Potato Head argument to beat that one. Or to come up with a Mr. Peanut to beat that one. Because I do think Mr. Peanut, or Mr. Potato Head's rage, if he gets on top of Mr. Peanut, he's going to be relentless. I mean, the blows are just not going to stop because of that rage in him. And Mr. Peanut just doesn't have that side, which is not a bad thing when he's being himself, but in this fight, it's not going to serve him well. You know, he's been living too comfortable for too long. And Mr. Potato Head knows what it's like to fight for his right to party.
Yeah.
So I got to agree with you that it's going to be Potato Head on this one.
All right. Well, we'll lock that in. Clean sweep for Mr. Potato Head over Mr. Peanut. Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week? Andy.
Yeah, last thing I wanted to bring up. So I've talked very much about my proclivity for lemon fruit juice.
Definition of proclivity.
I
mean, I
just
context
love
clued
'em.
it.
Yeah, just context clue it. I love them.
Okay.
That's not the definition of proclivity. I don't even know what it is, but I think I used it correctly there.
Can we search it?
Okay.
I'm going to do it. You keep talking.
Now I'm going to do it first.
No.
Proclivity.
Tendency to choose or
A
do
tendency
something
to choose or do
regularly.
something regularly.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. We both got it at the same time.
No.
So, evenly matched. It was a draw. Now, the reason I bring that up is this. You'll see how it comes together. Scientists at Stanford University, pretty famous school.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's not
Not
Harvard or Cambridge or some shit
Yeah.
like that, but you know, it's okay. They have used Dorito food dye to create see-through mice, which they make the skin of the mice transparent. You know, so that they're doing tests so that they could see see through the skin, so you can see like if there's problems on the inside.
Yeah.
Now the reason that they're using the Dorito food dye is because a key component of that is the yellow dye, the very
Yellow
same
5.
Yellow 5, the very same that is in the lemon fruit juice. Which, sidebar, I realized how much just this week. I realized how many of those I was eating,
I
and
thought you were bringing some in too.
I was going to bring some in, but I tried to actually, because we were going to do a sculpting contest, but I tried to
Yes.
actually sculpt with them a little bit, and it was like really gross. It's not that it didn't work, but it was just kind of disgusting.
Fuck, I forgot we were gonna do a sculpting.
Well, maybe I'll bring
contest.
some more in then, and we can try it. But I'm
I see some
gonna be
gloves.
wearing gloves though,
Yeah,
yeah, because
I got
it's
cookie
really
gloves
gross.
that we can wear.
But anyways, the very same that is in lemon fruit juice, and I have been eating
Copious amounts.
so, I mean, just a disgusting amount of them. I finally looked at, I was getting the boxes of like loose ones from some guy somewhere.
The CIA's been dosing you with acid.
The CIA, they've started human trials on this. It's just not been released to the public. They've been doing them on me in secret. I literally just this week looked at the box and noticed that it had a weight on it. I've been eating 2 pounds of lemon fruit juice a week basically, or I had been up until last week, which is why I put on a little weight, I think. I mean, that's just I saw it said 2 pounds on there, and that really changed my perspective on the whole thing. I fucking had a That's So Raven moment. But anyways, My point is, if I keep consuming all this yellow dye, is it possible to gain the power of invisibility if I continue to consume yellow dye in that amount? This could be the secret.
No, it wouldn't make
There
you
it is.
invisible. It would make you fucking see-through.
No, I
Well,
know, but obviously they're putting the yellow dye on the mice right now, and that's just making their skin like see-through. But if you keep eating 2 pounds of it a week or something like that, maybe you can get the inside see-through too, and then you're totally see-through. And you're just an invisible man.
I think there would be a lot of other worse things to happen to you before you got to see-through
Oh.
if you continued to eat that many lemon chews.
I mean, you would be the invisible man with cancer for sure.
Yeah.
Your cancer would be invisible, but you'd still feel it. But I'm just saying, we're
Sure,
getting,
we're
getting
taking
somewhere.
X-rays and we're
We're-
not seeing anything.
We're on our way to the Fantastic Four, I guess is what I'm saying. We just glue. I keep taking yellow dye. You glue a bunch of rocks to you. Maybe we light Emily on fire. I don't know. It's just we're just trying different things.
Here's the only thing I'll say that might be worth trying. Before you're ready to have a child, maybe then really up the dosage of yellow 5 that's going into your body.
So that might be an invisible.
So maybe you have an invisible child.
Oh my god. My semen just comes out as like lemon fruit chew consistency. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to a bit of a Tootsie Roll cum shot, if you know what I'm saying. Tootsie Roll cum shot, title of the episode. Okay, yeah, me too. Let's get out of here.
I love you, I guess.
Love you too. Thanks, folks.